So karmic therapy and conception.
You felt okay about that? Any suggestions?
No, I think, how do you feel?
I feel okay about it. I think I actually wouldn't change it. I wondered how it comes about, because what I do when I'm thinking hard and speaking, I don't always make eye contact.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Is that going to show up okay on the?
Yeah, because you've got to be yourself. The more you're yourself and relaxed, the more you're going to convey your message to the viewer.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're fine with that.
Okay, so here you could ask, what role does conception play in karmic therapy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, Dr. Proskauer. How are you tonight?
Doing just fine, Brenda. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. And can you explain to us what role conception plays in karmic therapy?
Conception is very interesting. People don't realize this, but you can actually remember your own conception. In fact, I've never worked with anybody who couldn't. Isn't that an amazing fact?
That is. It's very amazing.
And you would think that this would be something, first of all, you're not even there, you're not even created yet. You're not even a fertilized egg yet. That's about to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So how can you actually know anything about what's going on? It seems that your consciousness is already present and floating nearby, you might say, and looking on and able to see exactly what's going on. Well, of course, if you realized this when you were a potential parent, making love and conceiving children, it might be a little embarrassing, thinking that there was the consciousness of your future child looking on.
Yeah.
But it isn't the same thing. It isn't like having a child wander into your bedroom. The consciousness of the child is tuned into you and to your partner at all levels, physically, emotionally, and in terms of everything that you're experiencing at that moment, even things you're not aware of. So the attitudes of both partners are very important. And it turns out that those attitudes make an impression on the child that's coming in and will govern to some extent their attitude about intimate relationships in the future. So let's say, just for example, mom has a headache. She doesn't really feel like making love, but she's submitting grudgingly and just wishing that it could be over with. Now let's say her husband is wanting to reach her. He's really wanting to reach her and make love to her, and she's not available, and he's frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, and he's thinking to himself, what's wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Doesn't she love me? All this. And meanwhile, she's thinking, is that all he ever thinks about is sex? You know, this is pretty common, and it can work both ways. But if that's the impression that a child gets as they're coming in, they're going to have a rather negative attitude about that type of relationship.
Oh.
I've even had, I remember a patient I had a long time ago whose parents had basically been in a rape situation. And he got into those situations all the time. It wasn't really rape in the sense that he could be sent to jail for it. It was just that his relationships were rather violent sexually. They were sexually violent, and there was a lot of anger mixed in with the sexuality. And this had started during his conception, when he was observing his parents.
Really?
Yeah. So we pick that up, and whenever we're working on a relationship problem, in karmic therapy, we always go back to conception, because the seed is planted at conception.
At conception.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you for your time tonight.
Yeah. And you want to mention about my book and how people can get it?
Yes. You're the author of Karmic Therapy, Healing the Split Psyche,
Mm-hmm.
and it's available at razorpages.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.